And Patti Kusturok, Canada's junior fiddle league champion. Definitely the news of the week, and by far our last story this week is about a girl who's an excellent musician. Her name's Patti Kusturok, and she's from a town called Lamoureux, just outside of Winnipeg. And the kind of music that she plays is not the kind that most kids her age are into. It's fiddle music, old-time fiddle music, and she is the Canadian junior champion old-time fiddler. You won't find anyone in this crowd dancing to Madonna, because as you can see, it's not the kind of place you'd find your average Canadian 15-year-old. But if you look closely, though, there's a 15-year-old here. She's far from average, though. Patti Kusturok knows how to entertain the older set, and she does it regularly at private clubs like this in the Winnipeg area. Even her band's ancient compared to her. The guitar player's old enough to be her grandfather. Do you find that they can relate to you, or that, you know, they treat you like a kid, or do you feel left out in a way?
Well, in a way. Well, not really, because, well, I'm an only child and I never had many kids around here. So I usually grew up with adults. So I feel pretty comfortable with them. Sometimes I even, like, feel more comfortable with certain adults than I do with certain kids my age.
She started when she was just 4 because there were a few fiddles lying around the house. She took some classical training, but she got hooked on old time, and she started going to competitions when she was about 8. And she soon found out that she wasn't too bad at this fiddle business. Not only does she have a trophy collection, but she's starting a record collection too. She's got 3 albums out and recently recorded a 4th.
I have quite a few friends my own age that play too, but like they all live quite a ways away, like all over the country. And none of my friends here play like the fiddle, or none of them really like it. Well, some of them like they like it, like they like the idea of me playing and stuff, but they're not really into fiddle music.
Do they ask you, well, why are you playing old-time music, and why aren't you playing rock and roll and dancing around with the rest of us?
Well, I just tell them that, well, when I started, like when I was 4, like I don't even remember when I first started. I don't remember when I used to take lessons, but I just say, well, I started then and I must have liked it then, and then I lost interest for a while, but then it came back, like when I started going to contests and stuff. So I just say that I meet lots of people and I enjoy it.
She does meet lots of people because she plays all over the place. Since she began, she figures she's been in about 400 competitions, and not just in Manitoba, but in other provinces and American states as well.
I think it's the traveling that I like. I really enjoy playing it. Like, I talk to some other fiddlers and they just say they can't stand the music, but they just do it because they feel they have to. But I really enjoy it. Like, I don't know, I try and imagine what I'd do if I didn't play the fiddle, and this doesn't seem to click in what would happen.
You don't know what you'd do if you didn't play?
I don't know.
Today's competition is in a town called Altona. It's near the Manitoba-North Dakota border.
It's kind of nerve-wracking when you're entering a contest, but there's something about it that, like, you know, if you miss one, you feel like you've missed out on something. Part of my life is going to school and being with my friends, and then all of a sudden I'm a totally different person when I have to play or something. Like they think that I'm really famous and that I'm gonna meet all these big stars. So.
Let's hear from Patti Kusturok from Lamoureux. Kusturok.
Do you ever compare notes with people like this? I mean, this guy, I think he's 81 years old, and you're 15. Do you ever compare notes about your playing?
Sometimes. Well, it's pretty well the same. Like they played a lot of dances when they were younger. Like they all started when they were about 12 or 13, so it's pretty similar. So I can see myself in about 60 years.
Number 1 is Patti Kusturok from Lorette. All the way from Lorette, Patti Kusturok, she is number 1. And I guess there's not much doubt about that. It's pretty tough competing against the Canadian junior champion. But so we do have to tell you now who number 2 is. That is Doug Muirhead. Doug Muirhead from Portage la Prairie.
Most of them are older people,
boy.
and they all, like, they really think it's great that some kids are getting into this kind of music, because I guess, well, they thought that this kind of music was dying out.
She's great.
Yeah.
What happens to her in the future? Where will she go from there?
Well, she says that she wants to perform and record some more and maybe write some songs, but she's kind of sad in a way that she can't go on and further her study in old-time fiddling. There's nowhere for her to go, she thinks, to take some kind of formal training in it.
Yeah, it's its own particular type of music.
That's right.
Okay, well, now